right. Just continue to talk here and see. And yeah, it's going to take a minute. So, all right. Once again, folks, here just another live stream, just trying to test some of this equipment out and see what works and what doesn't. I mean, we had chamber chat earlier today, a little bit unusual, different variation of chamber chat with Ben and I, where we talked about, well, we had a lot of chatting. I don't know if we had a lot of chamber going on, but either way, it was a fun conversation. We know that if you're listening to the Facebook live stream, you were able to hear it. We also have the YouTube live stream now, so hopefully in the future down the line, you will be able to hear that as well. But again, for that YouTube live stream, I mean, that would be just going over to KALV Radio on YouTube. That's KALV in all capital letters, R with a capital R as well. We have the live stream on right now, trying to test it out on Facebook and YouTube, which we know we can get sound from right now. It's just trying to get this thing back on the air, which I know it works. We all know it works. We've heard it earlier, we've heard it throughout, but just trying to get it here again. But once again, Kate Kennedy here with you in the KALV studio, just trying to test some of this equipment around and see really what wants to cooperate and what doesn't. Sometimes you have these days where things just do not want to work. But other than that, I mean, it was a big win for the Thunder yesterday, evening the series up 1-1 against Indiana. As Ben and I talked about earlier today, that series will be back on Wednesday and Friday with games 3 and 4 over at Indiana. It was a fun conversation today. I would say a lot of stuff that we talked about. Again, a lot of chatting, not much chambering really going on. We talked about it. What did we go? We went from everything to Northwestern, how it would feasibly work if they were to try to get any other sports added, whether that be something simpler like rifle or bowling or something as grand as hockey with that arena that continues to get built here in Alva. And I mean, boy, every time you pass by it, every time you go by, it just continues and continues to look better and better as that thing goes along. Well, it looks like we went off for a moment, tried to get it on the AM, didn't have any sound come through, so this is going to be something we continue to tinker around with, it looks like. But either way, just continuing to test things around, see what works and what doesn't. And this is, I say fun. I don't mean it is actually fun. I say that sarcastically, but just trying to get everything sorted out. It'll be a big week. Of course, we'll be in Woodward Saturday. The Elks Rodeo Parade will be going on. I believe Ben said, what did he say? That was 10 in the morning. It'll be a bit of a bright and early type of day for the parade. But it'll be fun. I mean, I usually not the biggest parade person in the world, usually because they're too early in the morning for me to get to. So it'll be fun to see the Woodward Elks Parade. Never been. Excited to see how that experience plays out. We'll have that. I know we'll have the audio here as well on the air for KLV. We'll have the live stream set up as well. It should be a fun time there in Woodward. But other than that, I mean, just continuing to test equipment. If you're just tuning in here on Facebook, this is mainly just an audio test for ourselves to see what equipment is wanting to work and what equipment really isn't wanting to work right now for KALV, trying to get the live streams and everything. We know it's up on Facebook. We know it's up on YouTube as well now. Like I said, we have that YouTube channel. That's KALV Radio over on YouTube. KALV, all capital letters, a capital R as well in radio. But it'll be interesting to see how that parade plays out. It'll be good. It'll be a good time. And then, as Ben also mentioned, if I can get the notes here, you'll have the Alva 2025 All-School Reunion. That'll be July 17th, 18th, 19th, and 20th. And I mean, they'll have all sorts of stuff going on. They've got the golf scramble. They'll have individual class gatherings. They'll have a parade, the town and school tours. They'll have the crazy cool cruise going on. They'll have parties, all sorts of fun stuff. It'll be a good time in Alva over that weekend. There's all sorts of events they've already got planned out. July 17th, that'll be Thursday night. It'll all start at the nightlight. Then you at the nightlight. Then you look July 18th. Things will continue throughout the day. You'll have the golf scramble, silent auction Friday morning, 9 a.m. Alva Golf and Country Club. Registration as well for Goldbug merch sales at the Goldbug office on Flynn Street. And then the big day is Saturday, of course. You'll have the parade at 10 a.m. You'll have town and school tours throughout the afternoon. The Crazy Cool Cruise at 8 o'clock Saturday night, July 19th. I mean, it is going to be still a ways away. We've got a lot to get through. We've still got 4th of July and a whole bunch of other stuff to get through before we get to that. But that I know will be a fun weekend in Alva. So once again, if you're just joining us here on Facebook or YouTube, either or, we do have a YouTube stream now as we continue just to test out equipment for KALV. We are trying to get this thing back on the air to make sure that, not just the legends of country, the great music, but making sure that our programs come through as well. I mean, I know it worked earlier today. It worked for Joe's show during the morning, so we know that it works. It's just trying to get the exact sequence and everything right with it that I know we can do. Just trying to see how it wants to work itself out. But other than that, talked a little bit about the Thunder game, the big Game 2 win over Indiana. Finals evened up 1-1. Once again, as we mentioned earlier today during a chamber chat with Ben and I, it'll be Wednesday, 7:30 on Channel 5. That'll be Oklahoma City now going to Indiana. Next game will be after that on Friday, will be Game 4. There will be at least one more game back in Oklahoma City for Game 5. It'll be a fun time. I mean, Oklahoma City, you look the way they played in Game 2. I mean, that was kind of expected. That was what you expected to see them do, come out. The big performances. Chet played a lot better. J-Dub played a lot better. SJ, of course, did the thing you expect him to do, which is go out there and get points. When you have an elite score like that, you expect that. That's exactly what he did. But really, I mean, the big contributions for the Thunder was everybody else. I mean, Aaron Wiggins coming off the bench and hitting 5 threes. He had a massive performance, just showing up, making big plays, and that reliable scoring. And when you have that going, Alex Caruso playing well on both ends, able to continue knocking down big shots and playing great defense. When you have that bench really going for you, that is what is so difficult about this Thunder team to beat. It was something Ben and I talked about earlier. It's something you really don't see often ever in the NBA. I mean, you never see a team that, outside of blowout minutes get to play 10 or 11 guys during an NBA Finals game. You could expect to see that in the regular season when everyone thinks you're kind of experimenting around or trying to see, what rotations work, what rotations really don't, what clicks, what doesn't. But what Mark Daigneault has been able to do with the Thunder, just playing as many guys as you possibly can, throw wave after wave of people at, whether it be Indiana, whether it have been Minnesota in the conference finals, Denver or Memphis before that. I mean, it has just been absolutely crazy to watch. I mean, it is one of those, this team will be remembered if they go on to win the finals, which I think they will. I think everyone kind of believes they are still the heavy favorite in this thing. It is insane to see how much this team has progressed just over the past 2 years even. It's just crazy to see. The atmosphere just continues to be electric in OKC, as you expect it to be. It is a fun team for sure. That's not the only sports going on in the world right now, of course. You got all sorts of other stuff going on. You'll have hockey, Stanley Cup Finals, Game 3 tonight. It'll be Edmonton taking on Florida. That'll be fun. Game 3 in Florida, in Sunshine, Florida, the suburb of Miami. There again, Ben and I talked about that just a little bit earlier today. Looking forward to see how that shakes up tonight. I think Florida takes it, honestly. I think Florida at home, you get the overtime win. Both games have gone to overtime in the series. It's been back and forth the entire time. I like Florida to get the job done at home personally. But once again, folks, if you're just tuning into the live stream, do want to let you know this is just more of a test of the equipment here. We know the Facebook Live is doing well. We know the YouTube's fine, but just trying to continue to test the equipment here and see what works and what doesn't, if we can get on the air or not, seems to be the question at the moment. All right. Looks like that we're going to take the live stream down. So if you've been listening here, thanks for listening to me ramble. Get you back.